fresh starts, whether it's cleaning out your closet or resetting routines. But spring can also be the perfect time to reset your finances. Joining us now is Dr. Erika Rasure, financial wellness advisor with Beyond Finance, to talk us through how a little financial spring cleaning can go a long way. Well, thank you so much for being here with us today, Doctor.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course, of course. So a lot of people feel inspired to make changes during times like spring, the new year. What is it about these seasonal transitions that motivates us to reset our habits, especially financially?
Absolutely. It's the fresh start effect. As you mentioned, seasonal transitions act like a psychological reset button. So it's a time for renewal and change, or a new version of me. It's almost like the season gives us permission to start over.
Sure. Now, for someone who wants to get started right now, what are the first practical steps to spring clean their finances?
I think the very first thing we need to look at is starting to name patterns that you might have. So most of us jump to things like, oh, I need to budget better. But behavior change really starts with pattern recognition. So instead, start asking, when I overspend, what emotions are present? What story am I telling myself? That way we start to rewire our habits from the inside out first.
Gotcha. When it comes to auditing accounts and cutting these expenses that you're talking about, where do people typically find the most savings?
Anywhere where you have a financial blind spot. So are you paying for subscriptions you don't use? Are you paying $800 a month for DoorDash? DoorDash expenses are something I see all the time. It's, have you automated your bills? All of those things where you might notice some leaking in your budget, that's the place where you'd want to start first.
Gotcha. Now we're talking about simplifying these bills such as DoorDash and consolidating debt. How can getting organized financially actually help people pay down what they owe faster?
Yeah, so just like, clutter in your home creates stress, clutter in your finances does too. And when your money is organized, you know where things are and you've got a plan to move forward, whether that's paying down debt or otherwise, your money starts working for you instead of against you. It's
Sure.
it's an emotional part of this. And when you don't feel organized, it creates this background anxiety, which means you don't have clarity to move forward.
Definitely. Now, kind of bouncing off of that, there is a lot of, mental health issues when it comes to financial stress. Can you explain how improving money habits can actually reduce psychological distress?
Yeah. So again, like I had mentioned, money isn't about numbers. And many people are just so incredibly stressed about what is going on with their finances. And a lot of times that has to do with the way our environment, the way we interact with our money isn't kind of on lockdown. It's about getting to the heart of what's going on inside so you can start figuring out what I need to do on the outside. A lot of times we focus on the things we cannot control, things like inflation or the cost of gas and all of those things. And so bringing it back in to focusing on the things you can control starts reducing that stress or that clutter in your finances.
Gotcha. Now, when it comes to this spring cleaning, a lot of us are decluttering our homes this time of year. How can that actually help people save or even earn extra money?
Right. So, there's really two ways to bring more money into your life. You either save more or you earn more. And so when you find where your money is leaking or where it's disorganized, once you plug those leaks and you organize, again, you find that clarity. And that clarity then creates opportunity to see where you can invest, grow, and build wealth. And it's not something you need to, go all in about. A little at a time is what you need to start doing. It's like, starting first with cleaning your junk drawer.
No, definitely. And I also know when people are cleaning out their house, like I just moved here, for instance, selling things possibly on Facebook Marketplace to earn some of that extra money, and, also declutter in the process of that.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime we can, find opportunities to create more money for us, and sometimes it takes a little bit of an additional effort, but putting things on Facebook Marketplace, asking friends and family, is there something you need in your home? I've got all of this, especially if you're in a particular age group. If you're in the age group where, everybody's getting married and moving into, homes together or having babies, being able to kind of share that information is key.
I definitely think that, some viewers can feel overwhelmed or behind. What would you say to those people that feel like they just can't even start?
If you want to feel better about your money this spring, as I mentioned, don't try to do everything. I
Hmm.
think picking one financial habit to clean up is starting right there. Tiny shifts, they tend to compound. It might be saving a little more each week, or just reviewing your spending just a few minutes a day, or even doing, no spend months, and all these like 5-2, kind of things are trending. And instead of maybe doing an entire no spend month, maybe do a no spend category in your budget,
Yeah.
going back to DoorDash, build that consistency and that momentum. And as you do that, you'll build up your self efficacy and your self trust back. And it's that once you get that momentum going, I think that makes a huge difference. But you do have to start somewhere. So start really small.
Definitely. Where can our viewers go to learn more?
Yeah, so take a look at all the financial wellness stuff we are doing over at Beyond Finance. And you can visit us at beyondfinance.com and click the financial wellness tab at the top of your screen.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for being here with us today.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. We'll be back right after this.